I don't understand how after 7 years of marriage, my husband cannot read my mind.
No, I cannot read
But
your mind.
And this guy claims to be a self-proclaimed prophet,
Okay.
receiving direct messages from Jesus Christ himself.
Okay.
And he's known for when he says, Uche ati.
This goes to show, because we're in 2024, about to be in 2025.
Yeah.
Y'all had to.
2025, oh my God. Wow.
Blacks, we got whites, we got Indian, we got everyone. Can we all get along and live together and have that Ubuntu?
Nazo. Let me tell you, if a white person would be elected in South Africa, I know for a fact, okay, maybe not for a fact, but I know for sure, no, maybe not for sure, but I kind of know and have a feeling that they would bring back up. Let's chill. Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplins. I'm your host, Caesar Chaplin, and my co-host.
Yes, it's your boy, Coach LJ. What's good, everyone? What's good? What's popping, everyone?
Yeah, so today we are actually towards the end of the year. I cannot believe that the year has flown
Finally came.
So
yes, it's here.
Fast.
Yes.
We are at the end of December 2024. This episode, we really just want to look at top trending news that happened in 2024. But because of time, we're actually just going to narrow them to 5 in South Africa and 5 in the United States. Okay, these are the ones that we thought really topped the charts in 2024. And it has been a great year filled with a lot of ups and downs.
Yes, a lot of news.
But, even personally, we're so grateful to the Lord that He kept us throughout this year. Whoa, what a year for me. So as we look at this year, 2024, it's been a year marked by significant events. Understanding the most talked about stories from different regions will really offer valuable insights into global dynamics. So that's what we hear about. We talk about South Africa and we talk about America. So don't ask me why are we talking about these two countries, because I'm from South Africa. He's from America. Trending topics.
Yes,
We're going to start off with Sean Diddy Combs. That was a big one.
Yes, that was a big one.
So what did this guy do? So the entertainment industry was rocked by the serious allegations against a prominent. When I say prominent, I mean prominent. If you are not part of the Sean Diddy club, you are not in it. That's
the
why.
Diddy parties.
Listen, the freaky whatever parties.
The Diddy parties.
That's why most.
The baby oil.
Listen, that's why most celebrities right now are mouth tight, because before it was like, if you're not part of the Diddy parties or part of the Diddy circle, then you are not really, up there. Now, nobody wants to be associated with Diddy. Poor Diddy.
Diddy.
Sean Diddy faces multiple lawsuits accusing him of assault and misconduct, leading to significant legal battles, of course, and public scrutiny. And so, like we said, everybody that's associated with Diddy, 2025, boy, oh boy, we are watching you.
Yes. Because it's not over yet, so 2025 is...
It's sad that Diddy will end up spending Christmas in prison, though. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Well, not sad, because... I'll say sad because it's still alleged.
Yes.
Although we kind of know that he really did what he, but we're going to say alleged, just for the sake of you are innocent until you're proven guilty.
Yeah, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, so that's what happened in America. Sean Diddy, so he's facing sex trafficking and charges following federal indictment. So going back to in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, mainly definitely on early 2000s probably. 2008,
I heard. Yeah, dating back to 2008. And it's a really high profile case.
That's high profile.
And because they're saying it's reignited by how he abused his power in getting these young women to do crazy things. Even people who wanted to get into the industry, you had to kind of be, what's the word? English is running away from me right now.
Say it in Zulu.
I don't know how to say it in Zulu, but he had to be like introduced into it.
Yeah.
I don't understand how after 7 years of marriage, my husband cannot read my mind.
No, I cannot read
But
your mind.
Yeah. So that's the situation. So Diddy, a lot more is coming in 2025. So we are ready to see that.
And I would say this too, because with Diddy, again, because he's high profile, and it seemed like every time Diddy was on the verge to something.
Yeah.
Because he was doing a lot as well for Black people.
He was
Good
things.
Yeah, he had a lot of good things. He had his own talk show. Revolt was his.
I don't even know what Revoke is.
Yeah, Revolt was his. So he was doing a lot of good things for Black people, and I guess he was trying to do it. So he gave away money, but it seemed like every time someone Black that was high profile that wanted to do something positive or wanted like look at Bill Cosby.
Are you looking at that way? Are you really politicizing it that way?
But look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, he wanted to buy the.
So what was Sean Diddy? But he did. Well, allegedly did these things. Like they're not lying on him or anything.
Okay, yeah, right. And this is why another thing too. The higher you go, and if you're trying to do
clean up
something,
your ass.
yes, clean up your ass so that they can't find nothing on you. Because if you're trying to step on their toes, if you're going higher and higher, and you're trying to do something productive and something positive for your community, then guess what? When they want to take you down, they're gonna look for the dirt first.
Of course.
And if you got dirt on you, then they could definitely they can get you. But they got nothing on you. Then it's hard for them to take you down, and it's sad because I believe Diddy.
So you feel sorry for Diddy?
I do. I feel sorry for him because he was on to something.
I'm not sure if I feel sorry for him.
I feel sorry for
because that money made him go crazy. So.
I guess, but I do feel sorry for him because that's another Black man that have the potential.
Well,
to
do right, do right, do the right thing. Then you will not be caught up in things like this.
Has the potential to do something great for the Black community.
Well,
and now if he go to jail or whatever, it could be So,
but he did not do right. He used his power to sexually assault women
allegedly.
and men who wanted to get into the industry, and that shouldn't be the case.
Yes, but you gotta remember, it only happened after the 9. So if you want to stay till after 9 for the freak off parties,
yeah, because you want to see what's happening. I'll be curious.
No, listen, you get out of there.
If I was invited, I would want to see what's happening.
I would not stay after 9 because
I would stay.
Anything can happen.
He wouldn't stay. And I'll say, bye-bye, see you later. Because I want to see what's happening. Excuse me.
But if you stay, that means you got to be a part of it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be a part of things like that.
I want to see.
No, I don't want to see nothing.
Anyways, that's America. And other news, in South Africa, we had somebody called Brother Enigma. So this was a trending. This dude is still trending. Okay, he's gained a lot of attention and due to his controversial and bizarre statements delivered through, of course, his sermons, which are mostly on podcasts.
Okay.
Because he's not a pastor. He's not
a pastor.
Nope. He calls himself Brother Enigma.
Brother Enigma.
And this guy claims to be a self-proclaimed prophet.
Okay.
Receiving direct messages from Jesus Christ himself.
Okay.
And he's known for when he says, Ujesu ati, he says, Jesus says. Okay?
Okay.
So his teaching often focuses on modern day activities which condemns the ungodly. And he recently said, Jesus does not like the 2000s. Anybody who's born in the 2000s, Jesus does not like you. Okay? And he really focuses on like celebrities, on pastors, mostly pastors who are, I would call charlatans, false pastors.
Okay, yes.
And he just speaks of how God doesn't like what they're doing.
Okay.
And he even says, some of his statements, as he said Jesus doesn't like people who use perfumes.
Okay.
So if you use perfume, you're not going to heaven. if you're wearing All Stars, you know those sneakers All Stars,
Yeah.
you ain't going to heaven. And if you wear pants, I ain't going to heaven.
Okay.
For women.
Okay.
Or if you're getting tattoos, you ain't going to heaven. Okay. If you celebrating Christmas, you're inviting demonic spirits
Okay.
into your home. So you ain't going to heaven
Yes.
if you celebrate Christmas.
Okay.
So make sure that you don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
So here it frequently references the Bible, but interprets scriptures in unconventional ways. And so he's really gone famous for that. And so Brother Enigma, we don't know what's in store in 2025, but he kept us really going in 2024. Ujesu ati, stop it if it's not the truth.
If it's
Stop
not
it.
the truth.
Stop it.
If it's not the truth.
Because he's throwing famous people's names out there, and I mean, I'm not saying that he must not correct people, but some of the like, how can you say Jesus doesn't like people who are born in the 2000s?
I know.
These are all God's people, you know. And if you wear pants, if you
Did he quote the scripture? Where's it at? He don't quote the scripture.
he quotes the scripture, but it's questionable.
It's questionable. What scripture did he quote?
It depends what he's talking about, you know. But he believes that God sent him to prepare people for the rapture because the rapture is coming soon.
It is.
Which I believe is.
Yes, which I believe, yes.
But some of the things that she's saying, you know, they really receiving a lot of ridicule and memes on social media. So he's a big meme right now on social media.
Yeah.
But I'm not so sure some of the statements.
We say he's coming back real soon, but you never know. You know, they've been saying this for years and years and years.
Because our soon is not the same as God's soon.
Yes, our soon is not the same because, you know, our grand ancestors and grandmamas and mamas and great-great-grandmamas are saying Christ is coming back. But we don't actually know.
And we still believe he is.
Yes, yeah, we know he's coming back, but we don't know when.
Yep. So that is that.
The signs is there. The signs is there.
The signs is there.
The signs is there.
So
Wow, that's crazy though.
what? That is still we still believe that it's
the
coming
prophet,
back.
No, the prophet.
Yeah.
What is it?
Next topic that we felt was trending is Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson's fight. I mean, what the mess. What the mess. Tell us what you know about this. Why did it end up getting into the trending charts?
Well, you got to remember, you can have Jake Paul, a YouTuber, a business person, you know, who turned boxing, who's pick his fights to people who he believe he can win, and you have a legendary boxer, you know, that's like people consider he's one of the greatest of all time, and you know they wanted to see finally he actually, you know, have a fighter that they believe
that sold them those tickets.
You're right. It was all. What did you think it was all about the money?
Please, of course, it was all about the money.
And I'm not mad at Mike Tyson for doing it.
Listen, 20 million, Mike Tyson. Listen, I will take it and go as well.
You're right. 20 million. He set the family up for a big one. But everyone believed that. Okay.
So Mike Tyson got 20, and Jake Paul got 40,
and Netflix got 100 million.
Can you imagine? I think the biggest winner here is Netflix. You go Netflix.
Yeah. and it was so big that for a moment during the Mike Tyson and Paul fight, it was like a glimpse, a little glimpse in the thing. So it was acting up.
Really?
Yeah, it was acting up. Yeah, that's how big it was. It was like the bandwidth couldn't handle all the people that was watching at the same time.
That is insane. Yeah, so it had a lot of viewers.
A lot of viewers, yeah, a lot of viewers. So, you know, and then but that only prepared for the next one because I believe. So
they'll be ready for.
They'll be ready for if they're gonna do the Super Bowl or the WrestleMania. They'll be ready for it. But you know, everyone thought that Mike Tyson could knock out Jake Paul, which he can. You know, you see him in the training.
Of course he can.
You know, you believe he can.
But do you think age had nothing to do with it?
No, that was
he did it on purpose not to lose, not to win?
In the contract.
That he mustn't win?
He couldn't knock him out. If he knocked him out in the first round, he won't. That's allegedly. That's what people are saying.
Right.
If he knocked out Jake Paul in the first round, he won't get paid.
Wow.
That's what everybody was saying. So that's why, cause a couple times he could have had a couple shots
Yeah.
to land on him, but he hold back. He hold back.
Because it came with experience.
Yeah, he hold
But
back.
they said the fight was very boring.
Yeah, because they wasn't really doing nothing. That's why they were like.
So it was safe.
Yeah, it was safe.
So it was a safe fight.
Yeah, it was a safe fight. Mike
But
Tyson
it was meant to be for entertainment anyway.
It was, yes. Scott, remember, you got a person that's an entertainer who's a business person.
This is
Jake Paul, who is a business person, a YouTuber.
Yeah.
You know, who's have different things because Celsius was one of his sponsors.
Celsius?
Yeah, Celsius. That one, I think that's one of his
What is Celsius?
Celsius. It's a company.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying Celsius.
No,
Celsius is a mobile, thingy in South Africa. So I'm thinking Celsius in America. Celsius. Okay, Celsius.
Oh no! Wait, it's something nasty?
No. Celsius is a mobile carrier in South Africa.
Oh,
Celsius.
Okay.
So I'm thinking you're saying Celsius. Accent.
No, but so.
And also looking at the fact that Mike Tyson was 58 at the time of the fight,
58.
and John Paul was 27.
27.
But also looking at the fact that those gloves were 14-ounce heavy gloves.
They wasn't heavy. They normally.
No, they 14-ounce. They use 14-ounce gloves.
Yeah, they should have
heavier
been 10.
than standard gloves.
No, the standard is 10.
Yeah, but then it's 10.
No.
They use the 14-ounce.
No, it actually was lighter. I'm telling you, it was lighter than the normal gloves. It was lighter.
No, my
yeah, it was 14, but it's either, I think it's normally 10 or 12. So they made it.
So 14 is heavier than 10.
No. But you got to remember, when it's 10, you can feel it. The punches.
Oh, okay.
So they wanted 14 so that when he hit, you don't feel it as hard.
But it made it heavier.
It probably made it heavier. Yes, it made it heavier. But because they did it on purpose. You got to remember, he didn't want Mike Tyson to hit him and knock him out. Because one good punch, bye-bye, Jake Paul.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So I think the boxing gloves is normally 10 ounces, I believe. 10 ounces. And so they put it to 14 because so that the hit is not as bad, as hard as it normally is. So they did that on purpose. But again, it probably was.
But the bottom line was met. He left with his 40 million.
He left with his 20
Jake
million.
Paul and Mike Tyson left with his 20, and Netflix left with
the 100. Yes, big money.
Everybody was happy.
Everybody was happy. Maybe a lot of the.
Do you watch the match?
I did. Oh, I couldn't help it. I had to.
Yeah,
I had to.
I don't like. The thing is with me, I don't like seeing two men, whether old and young, whatever, just beating themselves for nothing. I'm not a fan of boxing.
Yeah, I had to.
It was a historical match.
Yes, it was a historical match.
And even our president was there, our president-elect.
Trump?
Yes, Trump was there with my estranged brother.
Elon?
Elon
Musk?
Donald Trump's
new
bestie. They were there.
I didn't see them. It was. Okay.
They were sitting right in front.
It was a lot of celebrities. Yeah, there was a lot of celebrities there. So
it was a
big match.
Then we moved to South Africa.
Okay,
Another controversial one was Miss South Africa 2024, where we saw a lot of controversy around that. Before even Miss 2024,
South Africa.
South Africa, of course. Before even the pageant happened, we had a lot of controversy happening around Chidima Vanessa Adenchina, who was born in South Africa, but didn't have South African ancestry, which means South Africans then said, she's not one of ours, so she cannot, because she was a potential win.
Yes.
She's a really strong candidate.
Yes.
So they felt like if she won, she would not be able to represent South Africa as South Africa want them to, because South Africa is filled with so many cultures, and they felt like she wasn't South Africa cultured enough to represent the country. So what had happened is that she had to drop out because they were found that her mother was found, it's allegedly committed crime and lied on the fact that Chidima was South African, because she had South African roots, the mother. That's what she had claimed, only to find that she had Mozambican roots. And Chidima's father was Nigerian, which was not a hidden fact. So she was forced to drop out because remember, South Africa is ruled by blood and not by land like the United States. And so because it's ruled by blood, if she's born in South Africa, it doesn't automatically make her South African. So it's either you have to be South African due to the fact that one of your parents is South African.
South African, yeah.
Now, because of that fact, she couldn't represent South Africans on the Miss South Africa stage. And so she dropped out. And guess what happened after that? Nigeria said, come girl, you are one of ours.
Did she win?
She won Miss Nigeria.
She won Miss Nigeria.
Yep. She is a strong candidate. She could have won because they wanted to prove a point to South Africans that, hey, you lost out on a great candidate. But also, I believe like she was very strong because, of course, she had gone through the Miss South Africa camp and she was well equipped on how to walk the stage and everything because she had to she had to resign or pull out of Miss South Africa like a couple of days before the actual event. So she was well groomed. And so when she got into the Miss Nigeria universe, she had to go through their camp as well. So she got like kind of 2 trainings, to prepare her for that Miss Nigeria. And I kind of felt sorry for the Miss Nigeria universe candidates who were actually there from the beginning. Because when you invite somebody to come in, you're going to have to make her win.
Yeah.
At least something, So they already knew that.
It was like a setup.
It was like a setup.
Yeah.
I felt
just
like
to prove
that.
A point.
Just to prove a point.
Yeah.
Especially because South Africa
everybody else is like,
especially because South Africa and Nigeria have that history of clashing.
Yeah.
So they wanted to prove a point to say you lost out on a good candidate. But guess what? She later moved on to Miss Universe World.
Okay.
Miss Universe, like where everybody is involved. And she became first runner-up. She wouldn't have won that Miss Universe because Miss Universe, the person that's the CEO right now, believes that blonde women, this was her statement, and I'm paraphrasing, blonde and blue or green eyes, whatever the new Miss Universe eyes looks like, is the new Miss Universe.
So they want someone that's white with blue or white
and
green
Miss
eyes.
Denmark won. Yeah, Miss Miss Denmark
wow.
won. And she's
that's
blonde.
Racist.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Yeah.
That's racist.
So Chidima ended up becoming the runner-up, and I think she became the runner-up because they wanted, because she's been trending for months. So they wanted that trend to continue. Was she worth the win of Miss Runner-Up? Probably, because I still feel like Chidima was a good candidate. She knows how to run the runway. But also the fact that she was selling. She was selling the pageants. She was trending. So why don't make somebody who's trending already be a runner-up?
Because people would watch it because of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And people putting money into it.
Yeah, seeing what's going to happen. But that's racist.
Yeah.
Man, you see, it's bad people, man. In high-profile positions, man.
It's all about the bottom line, unfortunately. Everything happens because of the Benjamins. So what happened was that at the end of the person that actually won Miss South Africa was, her name was Mia. Mia also made history by becoming the first woman to win Miss South Africa as a deaf woman. She's deaf. She couldn't hear.
She couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we made history by doing that.
Yes.
And unfortunately, she had to pull out of the Miss Universe, the global one.
Why?
Because because she was a person of special needs because she couldn't hear.
Okay.
And when you can't hear, it works on your balance as well. So she got sick. She didn't have balance. She mentioned the word, I forgot what it was. So when she pulled out, it was because she felt like she was feeling dizzy. She wanted to fall down. It was all due to health concerns, which means that, like the Miss Universe world, I will call it, didn't have the right resources for a person like her, because it was the first time having somebody with a disability actually go into like an international stage like that. Yes. So we are proud.
Prepared.
They were not prepared. And she had to pull out because of those reasons.
And this is to go to show, because we're in 2024, about to be in 2025. Y'all had to...
2025, oh my God! Wow.
So you had to raise your standards to what's happening today, not happened 20 years ago. Even like,
and they knew that somebody who is coming in with the disability.
even like with the races, let's get past that. You know, we got a lot of people. We got diversity of blacks, we got whites, we got Indian, we got everyone. Can we all get along and live together and have that Ubuntu?
Nazo.
Ubuntu. Can we have? Come on, stop this racism in 2025. Stop this. If the person ain't white, green, blue eyes, or whatever, it doesn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
It should be the best candidate, whoever,
that
because
wins. Yeah.
and this is why maybe the guy don't like 20,000 babies, because they tell it like it is. They don't care if you're white, black, or whatever. You know, they tell.
Here's to the 2000.
Yeah, here's to the 2000, because it's all about the best candidate. And I'm with the 2000. I'm with the 2000 because they're like,
no,
yo.
but they should mind their tongues. Those kids just talk anyhow.
I know,
they
but
have no
still,
filter.
They have no filter. But guess what? Right is right, wrong is wrong. And they're going to tell you what's right, and they're going to tell you what's wrong.
I'm not sure about that, because they do a lot of wrong themselves.
I know, but I'm saying though, at least they're trying to see everyone as equal.
Moving on.
But so 2025 passion, y'all. To me, y'all blew it, because y'all need to raise your standards. You need to raise your standards with.
But this is just one person saying this, so don't think that everybody else in that.
Okay, maybe, I don't know.
It was just the.
So I'm just saying,
one of the CEOs.
if they did not, if they was not prepared for things like this, a disability or whatever, if they need to raise their standards so that the next time they could be prepared. And so what if the person ain't white or have blue eyes, green eyes? Yo, we're not back in slavery time. You know, it shouldn't matter if a person white or with blue eyes. Come on, let's get it together. Come on.
Moving on the trending topics of 2024. And on number 3, in no particular order, I should have said that in the beginning, is the United States elections.
That was a good, oh man.
Yeah. And it just recently happened November 5th. And, you know, of course, there was a rematch. There was supposed to be a rematch between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. But, of course, we know what happened to poor Biden.
Yeah, we know what
that
happened.
in the last minute.
Yeah.
And then Kamala ended up coming
He was forced out.
Of course he was.
He was forced out.
And then that was a big deal as well. But I'm glad that they forced him out, because just recently he's been shown being sleeping in meetings and sleeping in conferences. Biden, go rest.
But you know what though? Somebody said something, I agree. You know, since he wasn't running no more, he showed the little signs that he wasn't he had it together. He was able to talk clear. So, you know, because when you run an election,
I think it's the pressure as well.
That, and you gotta remember, you're on the trail every day. So that takes a toll on you.
And he's old and tired.
Older. Yeah, he's tired. He's older.
He's tired even now, because like I'm saying, he's been seen in some conferences and seminars sleeping.
But a lot of his talks, you can see have himself together. He's clearer. He speaks clearer. So, but the trail, of course. So that's the thing. Now I'm saying that I think nothing really wrong with him, but I think because he was on the trail during that time, he had to be on his foot. He had to think. You got to remember, even if you suffer with dementia, it's tough on your brain when you got to go on it every day. You on it every day. You talking rest. So that's.
And he's not a young dude, so it did catch up on him.
Yeah, that's a lot of stress on his brain. So it makes it if you was getting dementia, it makes it worse.
Yeah,
it makes it worse. And so when he was able to, say, okay, I'm not running no more.
Yep.
Now
he kind of relaxed a bit.
And it relaxed his brain, because he's not on the trail every day. So he's able to go home at nighttime, rest, sleep, or whatever. Yeah. And so, yeah, of course, he's older. So every now and then.
And then we know, of course, who won, right? Donald J. Trump.
Donald J. Trump.
Number 48. 5 and 47.
45, 47. Yeah, 45, 47.
He's going to be soon in early January. So well done and congratulations, Donald J.
Congratulations.
You won fair and square.
President-elect,
We are not going to say it like you when you lost and you said it was not a win. Fair and square. It was not a loss. Fair and square election. So we will say you won.
And they probably was shocked that he was going to win. But you know what? It was fair. Fair election. But yeah, and then with
America is a democratic country.
yes, with Kamala Harris too. So that was a tough one too because she came in late.
She didn't have a lot of time to, and we know in America you have to canvass for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
So
and 3 months is not
3
enough
months
time.
doesn't hit it. Yeah, and also you're a woman, so you actually
that's even worse.
You don't even need 2 years. You need 4 years.
You need 4. No, you need 8 years.
Donald Trump had 12 years.
you need a lot
12 years.
Cause, again,
because he canvassed during with the Clintons.
Yes.
And then he canvassed for Joe Biden, and then he canvassed again now. So that's 4, 8, 12 years.
So not only is she a woman, but she's black. so is America really ready for a black
woman
president?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Listen.
But I I would like to see another black man president.
I don't know who.
I don't know who they need.
Because the Cory Booker's was trying to get in and he said he had a girlfriend. All of a sudden, when he stepped out, there was no girlfriend. So I don't know, because I don't think we are ready for allegedly gay.
You think he's on?
Of course he's on the other side.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You don't know that.
Well, because he's hiding it. Anywho, let's move on to the South African presidency as well, where South Africa also had elections.
Okay.
May 20, I believe it was May 29,
okay,
2024. Yeah. And for the first time in 30 years, the party that actually took Black South Africans into democracy, which was the African National Congress, they lost. They didn't get the majority.
They didn't get the majority.
No.
Was it a white person?
They black, of course, because of the damn corruption. They're corrupt, my sure. Yep. So what had happened was, and then they did something called the GNU, which is the Government of National Unity, where still the person that was heading, which is Cyril Ramaphosa, which we really want him to step down.
Okay.
Who's the head of that political party? Mm-hmm. He then became the president of the country still, even though they didn't reach the majority votes. And they had something called GNU, it's called the Government of National Unity. Unlike America, South Africa has hundreds of political parties, and America only has
3, and really 2.
You can say
because independent don't really count.
Who are they, by the way?
It's Democratic Republican.
So the party that had, I would say, the most votes, even though they didn't get the majority votes, their leader became the president. And then in the cabinet, they then added other parties. So it became national unity. So now the country is not run by the leading party or the party that had most votes. It's run by multiple parties, which I kind of think makes it better, because they have more accountability now. They can't just do as they please, because they're not the only ones running the country. Yeah, which is absolutely good. So there was a huge historical shift in political power due to that.
That's good. Hopefully change will happen.
So with over 70 parties that went for that election.
So it went from 100 to 70?
70 parties. A coalition government emerged, reshaping South Africa's political landscape, which I love. But also, in the midst of that, South Africa still faces one of the world's highest unemployment rates at 32.9%, affecting youth with over 40% job loss, who are jobless. So there's a lot that they have to do. And also, we have a lot of corruption situations.
Yeah.
So we have a long way to go. So
I would like to ask you a question. Yeah. You think South Africa is going to have a white president one day?
Not anytime soon.
They're not ready for it?
No. Remember, South Africa was governed by white people for the longest of time.
I know.
And they put us through apartheid. Do you want to go back to apartheid? Oh, hell to the no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know.
So right now...
Now, that might be different.
Listen, we don't.
They had to show a lot. Maybe the 2000s.
They will take it. They would take
maybe
it.
the 2000s.
Let me tell you, if a white person would be elected in South Africa, I know for a fact. Okay, maybe not for a fact, but I know for sure. No, maybe not for sure. But I kind of know and have a feeling that they would bring back apartheid, because right now they feel like there's an apartheid reversal, because we're trying to do the affirmative actions and things like that to bring the black person kind of on the same page with the white person.
Yes.
Which is going to take forever to get to
It
that.
will take time.
But at least it's giving us a chance. We get the opportunities of some sort. But unfortunately, even though we are been given a chance, come on, black people, you can do better. Stop this corruption nonsense.
Yes, you got to do better.
But guess what? White people are also corrupt. It's just
Yeah,
that they
right.
don't talk about
corrupt.
it.
Yeah, they are corrupt.
And also, if they've given 100% of the pots, they try to make at least 70% to do the work and 30% in their pockets.
Yes.
Black people, on the other hand, they will take the 90
and give you 10.
and do the work for 10. Like, that's not how you do it, okay? Or maybe 20%. They do the 20 and give and take the 80. But still, there's no balance there.
Yeah.
So at least give
but
more than.
At least with a black person, it won't be an apartheid.
I don't know. Well, there's not apartheid, yes, because this, we're in a democratic country. But then still, the corruption is messing up the country.
Yes.
It's taking us backwards instead of forward. So that's a story for another day. And now we're going back to the United States of America, where I think this is number 4. Supreme Court overturns Denmark abortion ruling. We know that this ruling did not happen in 2024. But in 2024, other things happened where it was really like a stamp was put in it to say, okay, John, what is it called again? The abortion. Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
So it is in it to stay, and we know of a lot of states who actually have enforced it in 2024,
yes,
and
they enforced
without exception. In some states we have cases where they made exception to say, okay, if maybe it was out of incest or rape, or the child has a disability of some sort, then we can look at that. But other states have said no exceptions.
No exception.
No abortion whatsoever.
Yes.
They've even ruled out in 2024, one of the biggest things what they did is they rolled out a pill that was helping with abortion. So they said even that pill is now banned.
Banned. In some states.
In some states, of course.
And that's mostly the rest.
Because we know the United States is not the United States. It's the separate states.
Separate states.
Every state has its own
own laws. Every state.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it the United States.
Every state and every city.
Yeah,
every city is going. Each city has their own laws.
Yeah,
but they govern by the state or whatever. They govern by the main one, but they have their own thing. So we know the red states is the one that's against abortion, and the blue states allow it still.
Yeah, majority.
Majority of the blue states still allow you get the abortion. The red states, no.
Yeah. So this Roe v. versus Wade has led to various state-level abortion laws and widespread protests. I actually thought during the election, that's what the Democrats were running on would actually win, because majority, I think, is women in the world, right? And even in the United States. But we found that was not the case. People didn't really care about.
They care more about their pockets.
Absolutely.
Care more about their pockets.
Absolutely.
That's where that's where the Democrats messed up at. But
Well, they thought. I mean, myself, I would have thought that would be a winning point, because women wanted to feel like they had a right to their own bodies, and if you take their right to choose, then they feel like you are taking away their rights as people in a democratic country. So, but I guess, again, we soon realized that was not important to most people. That wasn't
not important to most people, especially when you have inflation, so, they was like, they were thinking about their pocket. You got things going on, gas prices, even though gas prices is coming down, but interest rates. So
number 4 in South Africa.
Number 4.
Number 4 in South Africa. We just did number 4 in America.
Okay.
There were anti-corruption efforts. The anti-corruption efforts were very high in South Africa, because, like we said earlier, South Africa has a lot of corruption problems, just like many third world countries. And so in 2024, I believe there were a lot of efforts to try and trump out the corruptions. How do we prove that? Because there were a lot of high-profile arrests in South Africa. people of high, public profile were arrested due to that. So South Africa's intensified anti-corruption campaigns in 2024 resulted in significant arrests tied to state capture, fraud, and misuse of public funds. Because, Africa, my continent.
Your
Why
continent.
do we like to take what's not ours? Anyways, we have the ANC, former ANC Secretary General arrested in his role in corruption linked to government tenders. Tenders is like government contracts.
Okay, government contract.
This
Yeah.
was Ace Magashule, Zweli Mkhize, ex-minister of health, implicated in further developments around digital vibe scandal. This guy, he doesn't get tired of corruption.
Who is this guy?
He is the former Minister of Health and
Okay.
other portfolios. I mean, he's had so many portfolios, it's not even funny, but he still tries to steal. I don't know what's happening with these famous people, with these rich people.
I don't know.
You just can never get enough, right?
No, never get it enough.
Which is sad
Yeah.
because God has blessed you and you still want more.
Still one more.
Still want more. And also, I know there was a former minister of, I believe he's, I want to say justice, but it's not injustice. She's not justice. Minister of, I'll tell you now, Nosivio Mapisa Ngagula, who was the Minister of Defense.
Okay.
She was also arrested on fraud. Can you imagine? Minister of Defense, a whole Minister of Defense
Arrested
for corruption.
for corruption.
Because they like to take these brown envelopes. Stop it with the brown envelopes.
The
Do
brown
your
envelope.
work that you get paid for.
Yeah.
You know,
The
so
brown
that
envelope.
trended a lot because, I mean, first of all, she was the Speaker of Parliament
Okay.
before she got the role of Minister of Defense.
Yes.
Speaker of Parliament. That's one of the highest ranking positions you can get in the land of any country.
Yes.
Because remember, it's the president, vice president, or deputy president, then the speaker.
Then the speaker.
So that's like the third highest ranking. She was once a speaker of the House
Yes. Okay. In South Africa.
in South Africa, and then she became
Okay.
the minister, the defense minister, which is still a very high ranking
Yeah.
minister. And then you accept brown envelopes.
Brown envelopes.
I think you deserve to be where you are right now.
She didn't deserve it, baby.
Of course she does. You get paid, they get paid enough money. They get all these benefits, and then they still want brown envelopes.
Yeah.
Like, you deserve it. Moving on, number 5, and as we close off, we're going to talk about the United States. What recently just been happening? United States healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, which is actually a tragedy. Who is a CEO? Just a little background about that of.
American Health. Is United
No,
Health.
United
Health.
and
health insurance.
Health insurance. And we know that in America, health insurance is a big problem.
Yes, it is.
And so we don't really know the motive yet about with the killer, the alleged shooter, why he would go out and murder this guy in broad daylight. But what we do know is that there is a split outrage, public outrage, where some people feel like the alleged shooter did the right thing, and part people say like, but even if he was fighting for other people, because he comes from a wealthy family, so that's the confusion. What gave him the motive to shoot this guy? Because he comes from a very prominent family, you know. This guy has a master's in computer science, and he's only, 26, 27? He's young.
Young.
You know, why would you want to
And he
put...
was in the services too, right? I think.
I'm not sure, but why would you want to put his life in jeopardy and you know, and lose everything that he's worked for?
White privilege.
He probably thought he wasn't going to be arrested. We don't know, but he is in prison right now. He's in jail, and we'll see in 2025 what's going to be the outcome, because there's definitely going to be a trial. But the point of the matter is that this man, Brian Thompson, died. He was shot, murdered actually, by this alleged guy from Pennsylvania. Very young, good-looking white man. And people are, like I said, some people are excited. They said, you know, because we found that some health insurances well, coming out with these laws, that were actually messing up people who are actually paying towards them. And as soon as this happened, they reversed it because they knew they were doing something wrong. Because what happens is these CEOs, the truth of the matter is they go home, like it's December right now, with millions of bonuses.
Yeah,
and they still get paid millions per year.
Not millions per year.
They do.
No, they started to be like 200-something thousand.
Get paid millions.
No, they started to be like.
Let's ask ChatGPT how much. Let's ask ChatGPT.
Their salary is like 200,000.
They get millions,
and then the bonuses add up to about $1 million.
Millions. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
let's just check for the sake of checking. How much does the CEO of United Health gets paid per annum? What did you want us to say?
No, nothing paid by anyone.
Let's see what ChatGPT says. So, in 2023, Andrew Whitty, the CEO of United Group, earned a total compensation of approximately, wait for it, 23.5 million.
What?
His pay package includes a base salary of 1.5 million and a bonus
whoa.
Base salary.
1.5
million.
Yeah,
and a bonus of 1.8 million. Stocks worth 15 million. Stock options valued at 5 million. An additional compensation of around 234,000.
That's why he got killed.
This makes him one of the highest paid executives in healthcare. You
got to remember too.
This is Andrew Whitty. Yes. I'm not sure about Brian Thompson. They talk about this is in 2023. Andrew Whitty. I think this is the guy before him. Before Brian. Let's find out how much did Brian Thomas win. Carry on with your point.
So you got to remember too. That's a lot of money. Right, and you got people that's
from innocent people who are paying this premium that they don't really have.
That don't really have, and you got to remember, you get denied coverage. You go into the doctor. You're hoping to see.
And that's why I say is America really the greatest country in the world? Because America is the first world country, but the healthcare system. I'm telling you,
it sucks.
You can go there and not be helped because you don't have insurance.
Yeah, or you can have insurance, but because you got a certain
you still have to pay out of pocket.
You still have to pay out of pocket, or not just that. Sometimes they don't cover everything. They're like certain medicines, cancer treatment, all that kind of stuff. You can have the best insurance and still won't be covered unless you got money.
So let's hear how much
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or Jeff Bezos, or whatever.
Let's hear how much the late Brian Thomas made.
Okay.
He had a total compensation package of, wait for it, 10.2 million.
Okay, that's less than the last guy though.
In the year 2023.
Okay.
And this consisted of 1 million base salary, along with additional cash and stocks. During his leadership, the company saw a significant increase in profits, with earnings topping 16 billion.
16 billion?
In 2023.
That's how much he made?
No, the company, he made the company.
Okay.
During his leadership, the company made 16 billion. In 2023.
Yeah, but they don't
up to 12 billion in 2021.
So where's the money going back? Where the money going? It's going to the people's pocket. Because you got all this money that they make. It just shows you that
money as well.
We need to do something as citizens because, come on, this is just too much money and not to have insurance. Yeah. They need to cut the money from these people from these salaries. Come on.
Yeah.
And this is why people are getting upset and outraged.
This is why people are celebrating right now.
You're getting all this money. You're getting all this money.
And people are suffering.
And people are suffering.
And people are dying.
And paying all these premiums. And when they need to go to the doctor,
they cannot
get the help.
In the greatest country in the world.
And the greatest company.
Don't forget that part.
When they need help, they can't get it unless you.
I always say this. I've lived in 3 continents.
Yes.
And United States of America is one of the hardest states to get healthcare.
One of the hardest countries, you mean?
One of the hardest countries to get healthcare.
Yeah. I had to correct you. Yeah.
Thank you for correction. I lived in South Africa, which happens to be a third world country. Yes, the health system there is not the greatest, but if you have private care, you paying your health insurance, just like how you're paying it in America, you're gonna get the best care.
Yes.
For sure, guaranteed. People without insurance then get, public
Public
care,
health,
which is
public
not
care.
the greatest.
Yes.
Okay, but when you pay, your health insurance will pay 100% of everything.
100%.
100% of everything.
And then you got places like Norway that you don't have to pay for no insurance.
Not just Norway. I lived in the United Kingdom. They have the insurance there. Everybody has access to it.
Even our neighbor got better insurance, health care. Canada.
See? So the United States needs to do better. Honestly,
Yeah, they need to do better. Yeah, because and the thing is too, I think America. See, you talking about change and you want to do certain things, but it's hard. And because if you really want to change America, and maybe that's why Donald Trump is putting RFK into.
I don't know. We'll see how that goes because he doesn't believe in a lot of things.
Who? John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
So
he believes in traditional medicine. He doesn't believe in in a way it could help because he believes in organic stuff.
Okay, I like that. I like
that could help in the fact that
we're the sickest country in the world.
Exactly, because of the pharmaceutical companies who are pushing their medicine.
Yes, who push their medicine because you gotta remember at the end of the day we don't want to get because this is a big business. This is why
it's a massive business.
This is why they probably would not want to be like Norway and Canada
because it's money out of their pockets.
Money out of their pocket. Yeah. If they make healthcare free. That means these pharmaceutical companies is going to lose a lot of money.
Absolutely.
So where they going to get the money? But you know what? You know where you getting it from? These CEOs that getting $20 million.
Yeah.
Come on, $10 million. That's where you get the money for that.
Yeah.
They don't need to get $20 or $10 million. Yeah. Come on. I see you got $1 million, but not $10 million, $20 million. Yeah. Come on, that's just too much. Well, that's too much, yo. So yeah,
if I'm making the company billions, a couple of millions.
Yeah, but what you had to do, you making the company billion by making the people more sick.
Yeah.
So the medicine that they're giving, a lot of these things is like no good. Like you're giving these never things that really is making us more sick.
Yep.
And not really solving the root cause or not really solving the problem. So I'm with the organic and I'm with doing the natural causes and the herbs and all that kind of stuff because at least it's gonna help us. Come on, when all these sickness that we have today, we ain't had that back in the days.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because
it's the food too that we eat as well.
I was about to say that even the food that we are eating is filled with all these wrong things.
FBA, Food and Drug Administration.
And lastly, because we've gone a bit too long, we're gonna close off with South Africa, where we have the expansion of the BRICS.
The BRICS.
Yes, which was initially B standing for Brazil, R for Russia, I for India, C for China, and S for South Africa. But now there's been an increase. There's been an expansion where we have 6 new countries that entered BRICS in 2024, and they are Argentina. So we've got South America there, North Africa, Egypt has entered as well. Ethiopia has entered. Iran and Saudi Arabia, where the oil is, and the United Arab Emirates, which is the UAE. So with those 3 countries, let's just look at how these strategic new members come in. Argentina is one of the key Latin American countries with vast natural resources, like you said, coffee, agriculture, most especially. Then we look at Egypt. It's a vital geopolitical play in Africa and the Middle East. Remember, it's in North Africa, and it affects both the Middle East and Africa.
Yes.
And bringing them in is obviously going to help with trade and Ethiopia is one of the fastest growing economics in Africa.
Yes, they are.
Ethiopia adds economic depth and influence to BRICS and presence in the continent. Iran is a major energy producer, although they have a lot of wars there. But listen, they come in because they have a lot of the energy there, so they can help boost the economy. Saudi Arabia, oil exporter, one of the major oil exporters with a growing economy. UAE, we know already. They're the global financial hub. That's where all the scammers go.
But you know what? These countries better be careful because China.
And we're trying to. China is part of BRICS.
I know, but I'm saying
And
that's why I said they better be careful because
what's
China trying to be the number. They're trying to be the reserve
Because
currency.
we don't care. China take over because everything is made in China already. We are wearing China from
No,
from
you don't
head
want
to
China
toe.
to be the reserve currency.
Listen, it's already leading, whether we like it or not. And
America ain't
trying
trying to let
put
that happen.
they are trying to put America on its knees because America thinks they top dogs. Not anymore. That dollar, they bringing it down. I'm not for it because I'm American now.
Exactly. So
I'm American, so I don't want that to happen. I'm American, right? But
we'll go bankrupt.
America, be careful.
If that happened, though, America will go bankrupt because we in debt.
I don't think there's
That's
any.
what's saving us
I don't
right
think
now
there's
because we the
any country
reserve
that's
country.
not in debt besides China.
Yeah,
I think China is the
China
only
is
country.
in debt too. China's in
Okay,
debt.
every country's in debt.
Yeah, in every country.
Well, tell us what you think. What are your trending topics in 2024?
What about the recent thing about New Jersey?
So that could be a bonus point. Yes, there's a lot of this. Not only in New Jersey, they're now being cited in Maryland. They're being cited actually around the United States.
And receive notifications from Google that the government say that it is sightings of aliens.
Aliens are among us.
Yeah,
aliens are among us.
So yeah,
because the truth of the matter is apparently nobody knows where these drones are coming from, and some of them are not even really drones. They are actually
UFOs.
UFOs, because they're as big as houses. They're as big as vehicles. So I don't know, if you find us not appearing online in the next couple of weeks, just know that we disappeared. This is a disclaimer because the UFOs got us. Okay. America, I don't know what's happening. People have been asking, what's happening in New Jersey? What's happening in the world?
What happened in the world, yeah.
So on that note, we want to say, tell us what you think in the comments section. We want to hear from you. And also, this is a request to all our diehards.
Yes.
Please share our episodes. We want to grow. We want to move from this 1.5. We've been sitting on 1,500 for the longest time.
Yes. Help us to get to 2,000. That's how we go. Yes, help us to get to 2,000. Our goal is to get to 2,000.
And the way we can do it is by sharing the video.
Episode. Yeah, share the video.
And showing your friends, showing your families. We would love to grow. Please grow with us.
If you like it, we believe if you like it, and when you share the video, I believe because they know you too, they would like it because y'all probably like the same kind of things.
Yeah, recommend us to your friends and families.
Yes. Yeah. If you like it, most likely they will like it as well.
Yeah, so on that note, we want to say thank you for watching. Yes. And if you're seeing this on the last week of the year, we want to say Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, because when we come back, it'll be 2025.
We'll see you in 2025.
Yes.
And we love you and we appreciate you. God bless.
Deuces.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye.